Hello, my lovelies. I'm back, coming at you from my house, and I'm going to share with you a super fun project today. We're going to do a Lego Man Zentangle project. This is marked for 2nd and 3rd grade, but any grade can do it. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the project that we are going to do. It's a Lego Zentangle, and you can see the Lego man standing on some kind of base, and it appears I drew it on black paper, but I did not. I actually drew it on white paper, and then I'm going to attach it to black paper after. So let's get started with the materials that we need. Alright guys, so first thing we need is you need a long piece of paper, white piece of paper, something that is like 8 by 11 or 8.5 by 11 or larger. And then you need color pencils or markers or both. And you need a pencil and an eraser. And you need a ruler. Those are the things we need. So let's get started. I'm going to use my Sharpie just so that you are able to see what I'm doing. But remember, you can use pencil, and then later you can outline everything with Sharpie, okay? So I'm going to start with the actual legs of the Lego man, like the foot of the Lego man. So way down at the bottom of your paper, okay, the bottom of your paper, you're going to draw a curved shape, not a shape, but a curved line that looks like that. And you're going to leave a little space in between, and you'll leave a space there, and you're going to repeat that curved line on the opposite side. So now you have two curved lines, okay, which are the bottom of your picture. All right, so these two curved lines are going to become the right and left foot and leg of the Lego man. So you're going to put your ruler on one side of the curved line, and you're going to come straight up about half a finger, okay? About half a finger's lengths. And then you'll go to this side and you'll do the same thing, the same height as the one you just did. So two lines there, and then you'll come to this one and you'll do the same thing, half a finger high as the other ones, and then you'll come over here and you'll do the same thing again, and you'll go as high as that, okay? So once you get to this point, you are going to actually come in a little bit, like a curved inner line, kind of like that, and you'll do the same over here as well. And you'll take it all the way up to where both of these curved lines end up meeting like that. And so that's going to be sort of the split in between the two legs, okay? Now, for these two sides here, you're going to come at an angle like that. And on the opposite side, you'll do the same. Okay, so we're coming in a little bit with our angles. And then we're going to come up until we get to approximately maybe just a little bit higher than this thing here. So same thing on this side. We're going to come up just a little bit higher than this. And you're going to go ahead and draw a curved, slightly curved line that connects the two pieces together that we just went all the way up with, okay? So that's where we are so far. Then, my friends, we are going to draw another curved line right here at the top of the pants. Okay, for the shirt, we are going to come out just a little bit, or the top, where the chest area, the torso area. We're going to come out just a little bit with two little curves like that. And then we're going to come up till about here. And same thing here. We're going to come up and curve like that. Notice the slight diagonal, okay, and the slight curve inward. This curve inward is going to connect by going down and back up, so as if you have sort of two hills, okay? After that, you're going to add a little line there at the top of that area we just finished, and a little line there, and that is going to be your neck. So join those two lines together with your curve. And then we're going to come out a little bit from the neck, come outwards, but sort of at a curve. And we're going to come up till about there. And curve, and join those two lines together, okay? And then at the top there, we're going to do two curved lines like that are, you know, more narrow than the actual head, and you'll put those on the top, okay? Then, my friends, we're going to add the arms and the hands, and then we're going to do the other steps. Followed that. Okay, so now we are going to add the arm. So right here where the shoulder is, I'm going to make a little mark that comes out and it curves downwards until it gets about here. Okay, and then on this side of the pants, I'm going to come out with a curve a little bit like that. And that's going to sort of give me the bottom of my arm and these two little lines here that make up the wrist, okay? Then we're going to do a circular claw-like shape that goes all the way around to the other side and comes right back to that wrist area. Same steps on this side. Curve out, go down, 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 all the way to the same location that you were in before. And then over here, we're going to come out a little bit with our curve, and we're repeating the steps for the hand. Circular, claw-like, or moon-like shape. Oh, forgot my wrist. There's my wrist. Okay, so now we have our Lego man, or Lego person. Now we're going to add some lines throughout the Lego body and head and arms so that we have spaces to do all our designs in, okay? So up here, one of the first things we want to do up here at the head, we want to go ahead and add his eyes. So you can do a circle and another circle, and you can do a circle on the inside of those two circles. So 1, 2. And since we want those eyes to not get lost in our patterns, we can sort of do a curved line that goes sort of in a hill shape and a curved line here. That way we don't lose those eyes and it'll just be part of our pattern. And then up here you can add another line. And down here I'm going to add that kind of line. You see how this time it's curving downwards? It's curving downwards and coming up right here. And that is where we're going to place the mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and add a line like this. And in that space, I'm going to add my Lego mouth. Okay. Let's continue with creating our spaces going all the way down. And you don't have to do it exactly like mine. The idea is you can follow me, you know, at least for the breaking it apart into sections, and then you can definitely do your own designs within. All right, so over here, I'm gonna go from one side to the other, and then I'm gonna go again from one side to the other. And for this next one, I'm gonna get a little bit wider. Notice I'm going from one edge to the other. And here I'm going to go like that and then come out a little. So that's changing it up a little bit. And then back to this. And for my final line, I'm just going to go straight across like that. I'm going to do the same thing down here with the legs. I'm going to give my guy some pockets, so I'm going to put these two curved lines right there and also right here. And from there, I'm just going to add more sections for design. So repeat on the other side, the same exact thing. You want to have symmetry to where both sides are, you know, in balance as much as possible. When you get over here, this is sort of the foot area. I'll probably do that. And again, it's just all about symmetry, so I am repeating the steps again right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a narrower section in here by splitting the space into two smaller sections. So now we have segmented all of that, and now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the arms. So notice how my lines are curved. If you make your lines curved, you will be able to have three-dimensionality and volume and sort of roundness to your actual Lego man, and it will look more naturalistic, more real. So do the same thing on the opposite side. Make sure you're curving as you do it, just like we curved on here and just like we curved here. So curve, curve, curve. All right, so we now have our Lego man. Now, if you want to add the base, you would do it down here. So I would come down here, sort of at the bottom where the foot is, sort of in the middle of the foot area, and I would draw a line like this, and I would draw it right here in the space between his legs because we don't want it to appear, we want it to look like he's standing on it. All right. And then, boys and girls, I would draw an angle down here like this. And I would do an angle on this side as well. The angle is getting wider as it goes. And then I would join these two lines together. Hold that ruler nice and steady when you do this so it doesn't slip. And then I would go straight down. That is going to make it look three-dimensional, like he's actually on a base or some kind of box-like shape, okay? All right, so at this point, you get to start adding your designs. So let me get my Lego man so you can see him. And hopefully it can inspire you a little bit. And we can just move on. So, it's up to you how you design him. You can go crazy, do your own thing, but kind of think about it like doodling. Think about it like you're doodling. So down here, I'm going to go ahead and do these sort of oval shapes. So if you want to do that with me, you definitely can. Or if you want to do your own thing, please do. We are all creative people. You guys all have your own ideas. All right, and then within that, I feel like I want to sort of repeat within that space. So do you see how I'm building in my patterns? Over here, I'm gonna do some stripes that just go up and down. Over here, I'm gonna do a very wiggly line that goes up and down. It touches the line above it and below it. And you can repeat within that. That's just one example. And for my next area, I'm gonna do this sort of checkered or cross-hatching type of pattern. So you see where I'm going with this? I'm just trying to have as much variety as possible, trying to make sure that my designs are constantly changing, which makes it more interesting to look at, which makes it more interesting to follow, you know, the artwork through the whole body and sort of enjoy every little section. So I'm going to stop here, but I want to show you a little bit about color, at least for this part down here. I want you to keep in mind that the whole point of all these different sections is so that you can make sure that if you're going to do pink here, that you don't do pink here also. You don't want to lose your designs. So if you did the same pink here, it would just look like one larger oval rather than the layering of the different colors. Now I can repeat the pink again here because they are not touching. They are not exactly side by side, okay? And so then that works. But because the circles are kind of touching there, I'm probably going to just do every other circle. And I'm using my color pencils. You can use color pencils, but you can also use markers if they're kind of skinny tips. If they're like thick, you know, round tips that are going to like go outside of all your designs and just make it look messy, then maybe you should just skip that and use color pencils. Let's see, let me do some green. So now I'll do this. So you see how the designs, the lines of the designs are actually changing when it's helping me change colors because you want that variety. What makes this look interesting and cool is all those changes that are occurring. So as you're coloring, just make sure you're sort of aligning what you do with the lines and the designs that you've created. Okay, so remember, this is the finished piece. I'm just going to stop here, and then you just need to keep going, keep adding designs. You can even go online and look up like Google Zentangle or Google Doodles, and you can find so many interesting things that you can use to create all your patterns in your Lego Man. I hope that you will have fun doing this. When you're done, you can cut it out and then you can attach it to black paper because I think it looks really nice on the black paper. I also hope that when you're finished, I get to see it. Make sure your parents post it online so I can give you wonderful feedback and get excited and see what you've been creating. All right, I love you guys and I will see you soon. Bye.